Today I'd like to introduce a new version of RecordOrders to you, RecordOrders version 1.5.23. Some of the highlights of the new application is adding in a swipe to share or update an order, and also to share item information or delete out items. We'll go into those updates as we go through the app. Another new feature of the app is an export to an order form format. So this will make it easy to have a copy of an order form from all of your orders. Let's go ahead and open up the application. When you enter into RecordOrders, the first thing you'll see is an order entry page. Before we go into the order entry page, let's go ahead and go over to items. Here you'll see that I've entered in 2 items to start with. If you click on the first item, what you'll see is there's a picture included with that item. This is just a picture of some homemade cookies. Now if you go to the next item, you'll see that there's no picture added. The picture is optional when you share any of the items using the share button here, or from the actual list of items you can swipe and share. I'll go into that in just a minute. It will also share the picture in addition to sharing the item name and cost, so you can share that on Facebook, Twitter, or many other options when sharing out the information. We'll go over how to share in just a few minutes. The next choice here, down at the bottom when you press next, will take you to the next item in the list. Previous, of course, will go back to the previous item. Let's go ahead and edit and add in a new order here. Say we want to also sell boxes. Maybe we want to sell boxes that go with the items, and we'll put those at $1.25. When you hit save, that goes ahead and updates it. Let's go back to the item list. You can see all the items listed there. Now to share an item, you can share by Twitter, email, text, print, or even delete the item directly from the item list. Let's go ahead and delete one just to show you how it works. If you just press on delete, you'll see "Are you sure?" come up. It's going to ask you if you want to delete or not. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that just to show you some other options. Another option here is you can email directly from the item. When you press on email, it'll make a copy of that item detail in an HTML file. It'll put the item listed there right above where the cursor is, and it'll also show you the cost of the item. Let me go ahead and cancel out of this, and we'll delete the draft. Another thing that you can do here is you can swipe, and you can choose to send it via Twitter to share it, or you can print out the item. So a lot of different options here directly on the item page. To remove the swipe, just swipe back left and it'll go away, all the options. You want to see the options again, just swipe right. You can also decide why, even when you're on this page, you can just press on it and go ahead and edit it. Now, when you add a new item, directly going to the order form, you'll see that that item is listed there. So any items you add will be right on the order form right away. To see a picture of the item when you're selling something, just press on the little arrow next to the item and a picture of it will show up. If you don't have a picture, it'll just show the cost and the item name. When you hit close, it'll bring you back to the order. Let's go ahead and enter in an order. We'll just call it Customer A. And let's go ahead and make it paid and delivered. And you can enter in a phone number, email address is available. You can enter in the location, date, notes, and then let's enter in some items that they've purchased. Let's enter in 3 cookies, 4 apples, and 2 boxes. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and take off the boxes. I just want to show you something here. When you hit save with no items entered for a particular item, it will only show you the ones that are entered. So here you'll only see cookies and apples. If you had boxes there, it would show you the boxes. So when you get into the larger quantities of items, such as having 100 items out there, and the person only orders 2, you're seeing only the 2 that he ordered on there. Here you can also share a copy of the order by printing it out, email it, or text the order information directly to the person. So this gives you lots of options to give a confirmation back to the user while you're entering in the order. And to exit out of that, just go ahead and press anywhere. And you can close, and that'll bring you back to the order form so you can enter in the next order. If you click on View Orders, here you can see all the orders. You can see the orders that are still open that haven't been paid and delivered. You can see the orders that have been completed. And you can see orders sorted by date. So if you have the date filled in, you'll notice that extra field there. Also, you'll see on this list of orders, you'll see the amount of items they ordered and the total cost of their sale. Here you can swipe right, you can share the order, you can check it as paid or unpaid, delivered or undelivered directly from there. So this one was already paid and delivered. If you press the checkbox, it'll show you, here, you want to update this? You can update it paid to equal to no or delivered equal to no, and this is dynamic, so as soon as you press paid equals no, it updates on the screen. You want to go back and put it to paid equals yes, you'll see here that this is changed to a yes from the no. Go ahead and press on paid equals yes, and it updates. And we went over the items already, so let's go ahead into the next tab, the summary of orders and items. On the iPad version, you'll see it all on one screen. On the iPhone version or iPod version, you'll see it on two different screens. So when you press on the summary, you'll be able to switch between the items and orders. So that way you can see it detailed on the screen. On the last tab there is some additional features. You can reset and clear everything out. You can share information by printing. You can also email all of your contacts. If you put in an email address when you're taking an order, well, it's time to pay for the orders. Well, you can email them all directly from there. You can email whoever's got an open order that hasn't been paid and delivered, or you can email everyone that's been completed as a nice little thank you. Also from here, you can back up directly to Dropbox. Just set up the Dropbox link and then copy the database out to Dropbox. Another choice here is emailing the database via CSV to email. The options here allow you to email international CSV, which is a semicolon, or CSV, which is a comma. And the new feature that was just added in this release is export order form to international and to CSV format. In addition here, there's a currency option. You can go and change the currency. If you're not selling in dollars, choose a different currency. Lots of options available. And let's go ahead and set this to euro, for example. Once you update it there, everywhere in the app it updates to match. You can see it across all the prices. So it's an immediate update change to the app. You want to change that back, just go back, set it back, and it's saved. Another option here, maybe you don't like the name or phone. Maybe instead of phone you want to put cell phone. Type it in, press save, and it's updated. You go back to orders. Now instead of name there, you have cell phone. Instead of phone, you have cell phone. You can also change the name to something else, email. Any of the fields are able to be changed and updated. You go back to the admin screen, you can reset this back by just pressing reset. It'll reset it all back for you. Here you can also change the background color from the default blue to white, tan, or brown. And when you do that, it updates across the entire app. Another option here is to customize the default view order page. Initially it's on all. Maybe you want to see date every time you go there, or maybe you want to see what's still open. Make that change, go back to view orders, and that choice is always selected until you go update it. And then if you want to change it while you're inside there, just press on it, and that's the one that will be on until you go off the screen. One more option that you have here is to learn more about the app on how many orders can be entered or how many items can be entered. So quickly you can press on the frequently asked question, and it'll tell you that there's no maximum number of orders, and there is a maximum of 100 items. For more information, visit http://www.livingpaperfree.com/recordorders. You can also press on the link inside the app if you have more questions about the app, and you can send emails to recordorders@livingpaperfree.com. Thank you for your time in watching this video on the new features of RecordOrders version 1.5.23.